Hello and welcome back to Operation Solo with the update. So, to start with, what's news? Nothing changed in the diplomacy track the whole turn. The United States did get to roll because they're up to 10 IPP now, and I'll explain why in a bit. But nothing changed on the track. No successes were scored, as far as I remember. In Spain, the Nationalists successfully captured Madrid in an attack, which the Republicans rolled pretty poorly in, but it was an advantageous tackle the same. Now, the Republicans have completely lost. There's no chance of them winning at this point. They'll just have to survive for as long as they can, but they're not counting on any more Lend-Lease, and the Nationalists probably won't get any more Lend-Lease either. Germany didn't do anything this turn, I believe. I believe they just saved their income. Italy, they completed their second major factory, so they'll have 2 tech rolls from now on. The Soviets got upset that they couldn't invade Xinjiang, and so they just repositioned some of their troops and did very little. They flew planes back to Moscow and moved around a bit more. I think they purchased an artillery in Kiev and Smolensk as well. Let's see. But this is where the main news happened. And Japan invaded China, and they secured Suyan, Beiping, Shantung, Nanking, and Hainan. They took 3 infantry losses in Beiping, but other than that, they didn't lose much. They might have lost a couple of units, but nothing more than that. Their bombards were pretty successful, and everything as a whole was pretty successful for them. The Chinese just counterattacked Hopei and captured it. They attacked it with 2 infantry and cavalry, and there was just 1 infantry there. They lost the cavalry, but the infantry died as well. There's a pretty decent Japanese army up in Suyan, but as a whole, the Chinese are being pretty passive right now. They do have pretty strong forces though, so Japan has a rather tenuous hold on some parts of the Chinese mainland, but they have an air force, and KMT didn't get any Lend-Lease or anything, so there's not really any way to change that to buying the air guns at this moment. But once the Bama Road opens in a couple rounds' time, something will be able to happen. So Japan collected 30 this round, and China collected 8 because they had 2 opium dollars. They don't have any bonuses right now as well. So yeah, that's what happened here. You can see the Japanese have a carrier fleet down here. As for the UK, Anzac upgraded to a medium factory, and they have enough for a major factory this round. FEC built a new minor factory in Delhi. And Britain, I believe they put an infantry down in Cape Town, and I think they put 2 infantry in the UK. And did a militia upgrade in Gibraltar. They've built quite a force here. They've got 2 infantry and the mountain infantry in Gibraltar. So we've got quite a force. They put the transport in port. The French put 2, I think they put 3 infantry on the board. They put a couple in Picardy and 1 in Paris. Also, just moved around. So yeah, that's pretty much the turn. Very little. America's upgraded some factories and done some tech rolls. Speaking of tech rolls, I should probably go show you what's on the tech chart. America succeeded 2 out of their 5 tech rolls. They got amphibious doctrine and long-range aircraft. Germany succeeded these 2 techs, and I think advanced mechanized as well. Britain succeeded in improved construction. Japan succeeded. I think it might have been long-range aircraft. And Italy failed. And France... I don't believe France rolled, actually. So I'll roll France for... I'll roll for the French for advanced artillery just now. So... a 4. That's a failure. So no tick for France. This round, anyway. France should be on 8. So I'll collect them another $1. Okay, so now I'll do as standard. I'll do the random event roll for China. So now this is different because it is no longer the table 1 of before war, but now we have table 2, which is when at war with Japan. So now there are 12 different events, while the previous one there are only 6 that could happen. So there are 12 events. Let's see which one is rolled. A 12. Rodzavesky's Russian Fascist Party. If Japan controls any land zone in Manchuria, they may do d6 damage to one Soviet facility in any land zone bordering a Japanese land zone. If Japan controls Primorsky Krai, place a Japanese infantry and a cavalry in Primorsky Krai. So this guy, Rodzavesky, he was a real guy. He was with the White Russians in the Russian Civil War, and he fled after the Soviets won, and he fled into Japanese-controlled Manchuria, and, well, into Manchuria, and then it became Japanese-controlled after the Japanese invaded the region in 1931, and he kept trying to push the Japanese to go invade the Soviet Far East, and he never got what he wanted. But it did happen nonetheless. So, what facility do they want to damage? Well, the Japanese, they'll damage this rail. The rail line between Chita and Buryatia. Just to block any Soviet rail movement. For now. A 2. So I don't know what the max damage a railroad can take is. It should be down here somewhere. Railroads. Max damage. Mountain terrain. They have 2 max damage, because this is mountain terrain. So where's damage? Why can't I find damaged? Here we are, here's damaged rail. But it is 2 damage, so now I'll just put 2 of these marker. This marker. So there we are. 2 damaged rail. So now they're gonna have to pay 2 IPP to repair this, if ever they want to. If ever they want 2 rail units back, which I am sure that they will. So that's the random event, and now I suppose I'll roll Germany's 2 diplomacy rolls, as I usually do. Again, Germany's going to do their standard thing. They want they'll roll for Finland. They'll roll for Finland, and they'll actually roll for they'll roll for Finland and Romania. Finland. That's a fail, and Romania. That's also a fail, so not very good diplomacy rolls, but that's that. that's the turn, and I'll update you at the end of this round with whatever's new.